All right, so we landed in our back mount. A lot of times their defense is gonna start giving trouble, so they're gonna be hand fighting, which is what they're supposed to do. So I'm going, since my choking arm is on bottom, it's a little harder to trap the arm without trapping my own arm. Possible, but a little more difficult. So I'm gonna either switch my seatbelt, or I'm gonna keep this tight. I'm gonna basically like drive my hips, go flat, and then all the way to the other side. So it's gonna be personal choice. So say you're fighting for it, and I'm just like, all right, fine. I'm just gonna end up with my choking arm on top. They're still fighting, so I'm gonna go cross grip. All right, shove this one down, go over the top. And then I'm gonna drag this. I like to go foot on the hip or behind. You can cross your feet, but there is the possibility of that ankle lock. All right, so I prefer to go here, personally. All right. And then from here, so I like to keep a hold of this one almost like a figure four. Now I'm gonna rock and bring this higher. Once I get that high enough to where I can grab it, I'm gonna grab it and go all the way to my left hip, lock in the triangle. Okay, so now I have her head and arm in that triangle. For the reverse triangles, you want to pull this up, and then I'm gonna just start like doing my thigh master and sucking everything in. All right. If you're squeezing and it's not working, this arm is ripe for the taking. So I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna go wrist lock, or I'm gonna pull it. This one, since I'm so close in, it tends to hit the shoulder a little bit more, but it is possible to get it. So play with those three. So try for the reverse triangle. And I'm more than just squeezing in, I'm also dragging my heels back. Okay? If it's not working, I'm gonna go gooseneck and just press it down, dominate the elbow kind of with my leg, and just collapse it. If that's not working, I'm gonna make sure the thumb is kind of still up and pull it across my body.
But a lot of them are landing with the reverse triangle there because I was trapped. Yeah. I'm saying so they don't have to push it down.
Yeah, well, if you go through all that and that arm does end up trapped already, even though my choking arm's on bottom, I'm still gonna like bring this up and start locking in the triangle. That's more of like a body triangle, so I want to get it more up to where I can get here. So it's gonna be situational at that point. Because you already had the arm trapped, it's easy to start like locking in triangles on either side. But let's do it as if we didn't get the arm trap. They were able to pull it out. So choking arms on bottom, like I said, it's harder to get that arm trap. So I'm just going to switch. Cross, cross. And I want this one underneath because if I do it on top, I can't shove it down the same. I'm hitting my own wrist. But from here I can shove it down, go over the top, and it's trapped. Okay? I like to plant this foot right there on the hip. Almost like a figure four, rock her up, get this leg over the shoulder, lock it in right here. Okay? So squeeze in and draw my heels back. Didn't work, wrist lock. Didn't work. Arm slash shoulder. One more time. Any questions?
Just double check on the straight jacket thing. So basically the principle is whatever side, you're going to try to trap whatever side's, whichever side your arm's running back. So your arm's not going to be trapped basically.
Right. So if my choking arm's on top, I'm not gonna try to shove this one down and trap it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be that same
But
side.
it can be on the bottom if the choking arm happens to be on the bottom. Or does it
To
have to
trap
be
the
on
arm,
top? Yeah.
it is possible.
But it's much easier on
It's
top.
not necessarily like the straight jacket. I mean, you might be able to get it there.
But no one's
I actually
on the
haven't. And then my arm is still trapped. So,
So you can't do the bottom. You can't trap her bottom arm.
no, because if we're on our side, this leg is almost pinned my hips on the mat, and it'd be really weird. But it is possible to shove this down and come up and over the top. I just gotta like time it where I can pull that out and then go for it there. Possible, worth trying for, but the chances are a little bit lower. Any more questions? All right, on 3. 1, 2, 3.